You and I both believe pandas do exist, yet there's controversy. Why do you think some doctors don't accept it?
Well, it was a theory that she put forward, and she didn't prove anything. And right now, the psychiatric world and the neurological world, if you go to a child psychiatrist or a child neurologist, the chances are they will not take pandas into account, or they'll say, yeah, maybe this was set off by strep, but that hasn't, you know, we got to treat it this differently. We have to treat it as if it's a regular disease. So why it's controversial? It's new. Anytime anything is new, a new concept is going to be difficult to convince everybody.
It's only been since 1998,
1998 was the first paper, right. The other reason it's controversial is no one has actually come up with a real treatment for it. So it's true that a certain percentage of these kids wax and wane. They get better and they get worse, and they get better and they get worse, depending on how often they're exposed to strep or how often they actually get strep. I actually had an observation that some children have never had strep and have this condition, never had a doctor's visit for fever, never needed a throat culture. When the whole family gets strep, they never get the strep, even on a throat culture. And those are the kids that are reacting crazy, even though they weren't sick. But I find that they react crazy when their sister gets the strep. So the exposure to strep can also stimulate the antibody response. So it's been my experience that you don't even have to have the strep disease to get into trouble with this. The reason it's controversial is it still hasn't been defined clearly how it happens. It's just, right now, it's an observation. And for those of us in primary care, if we see it happening and we think of pandas, if we can try to treat it, we can save these children a lot of trouble.